Dominic Lacey, what's your opinion on carb cycling diets? All right, carb cycling is, in my opinion, it's just a tool, right? So it's not that it's not good, but it's, in my opinion, not necessary, right? Now, I did do an entire video on this topic, so instead of doing that video here again in this Q&A, I'm going to direct you to a link below where you can watch that video, and that'll answer any questions you have regarding carb cycling. Rafael Suarez, as a natural, if full body is awesome system, why are so many people doing split training? That's a great question, but like I mentioned before, it really comes down to your preference, right? Number one, a lot of people don't know the benefits of a full body routine, but number two is so many people just don't feel that, you know, doing 4 sets on the bench press is going to be beneficial to their chest development, for example, right? They get so used to going in the gym and getting a massive pump on specific muscle groups that when they go into a full body, they don't really notice that pump, maybe they don't get that soreness, and they assume that either it's not working or they just don't enjoy it. So it really comes down to preference, right? And most people like to go in the gym, get a nice pump, look at themselves in the mirror, and others like to train more effectively. Stephen Chang, underhand versus overhand grip bent over row and their corresponding muscle group emphasized. That's a great question. I probably should do a video on this, but I'll answer it real quickly. With the underhand, when you're pulling underhand, you're going to notice that your elbows have to be close to your body, right? So you're going to activate a lot more of the lats, right? With the overhand, you can pull the bar towards your chest and really emphasize more of the upper back. Now you will get the back as a whole, but the emphasis is more placed on the upper back, upper mid back, and with the underhand, it's placed more on the lats. Nico, skinny, I'm currently following your program, but my tummy is sticking out. What can I do to get rid of it without sabotaging my efforts? Forget about it. Do not worry about it. You're skinny. You're on a program where you're trying to build size. Focus only on that goal. Right? So run the program, put on as much size as possible with that program, and then once you're done, you can focus on shedding away the fat and revealing the new added muscle. But if you try to do both at the same time, it's like chasing 2 rabbits, you're going to get neither, all right? Next question. Marcus wants to know, what are the best exercises for the core for someone who has had a herniated disc before? In this case, it really just depends. You said you had a herniated disc before. That doesn't mean that it's not completely fixed, and it really just depends on what your doctor has cleared you to do. So for example, if everything's good to go and you're cleared to do whatever, then squatting, deadlifting, bench pressing, and those kind of, heavy compound lifts are going to be probably the best bet for strengthening up your core. Now, if these are exercises you're not supposed to be doing, or you just don't feel comfortable doing, then you might want to stick to things like planks, maybe weighted planks, or things like hanging leg raises and things of that nature that are not going to put any pressure on your spine, but are still going to activate that core. Muhammad, hey Align, what do you think of calisthenics? Been following your training program for 8 months already, but because of job commitment lately, I can't hit the gym often. So I thought of doing calisthenics on some days and gym on other days as well. All right, I mentioned this before, but I'll talk about it again. All right, obviously lifting weights, because you are able to load the muscle more so than you would with just your body weight, it's going to be more beneficial. However, sitting at home doing nothing is not going to be as beneficial as training with your body weight. So if it's your only option, then by all means incorporate the body weight training into the program. All right, but that doesn't mean that it's as effective as the weight training. It simply means it's more effective than not going to the gym at all. All right, and last one, kefir. Cutting correctly without damaging your metabolism, and then how to get out of a cut back to a lean bulk with no to minimal fat gain. All right, cutting correctly without damaging your metabolism. The best advice I can give you, and I've done videos on this, is cut slowly, right? A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll be eating 3,000 calories, then the next day is the first day of their cut, and they'll jump right into 1,500, and their metabolism will adapt to that 1,500, so they end up eating like 500 calories a day by the end of their cut. Slight exaggeration, but you get the idea. What I would recommend is that you slowly taper down. So if you're at 400 carbs right now and you're bulking, then drop it to 375. Track your weight, and once it stalls, and not before it stalls, once it stalls, the weight loss has plateaued, then you go ahead and decrease your carbs again and continue doing that slowly over time. By the time you're done with your cut, you're at 250 carbs, your metabolism is healthy, you're shredded, you're still strong, you kept your muscle, and so on and so forth. As far as lean bulking, you're just taking the opposite approach. You're just reversing back into those calories slowly. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button below if you want to get your questions answered. Facebook.com/Muscle Monsters. Like the page. Next time I post a status stating that it's question time, leave your question in the comment section and I'll answer it here. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.